Hello, welcome to another episode of Isaiah's Newsstand. It's your host, Isaiah Edwards. The date is May 7th, 2023. Hopefully this episode finds you well, in good spirits, and high hopes. As for me, I'm doing pretty good, and I actually have a special guest. What's up? Return of the Jimbo Mac. What's good, buddy?
Oh, man. I'm stoked to be here. Isaiah, thanks for having me back, man.
So you been good?
I've been great.
Yeah. Anything good, nice report? Anything good lately? Anything yummy?
Anything yummy?
Yeah.
Man, other than those cookies I brought?
Okay. This is the first guest that's brought food to the newsstand. So we got some nice-ass cookies. This is some gourmet shit right here.
That's right. Jimmy likes to bake.
We sampled it. Jimmy likes to bake. Yeah, sample the product. It's very yummo. It's good.
No, I got a few things in the work.
Okay. You got some prep.
So as you know, I'm starting my own podcast. I won't go into a lot of detail and take up a lot of time. But you were my first guest, and I was very honored to have you with my partner Bert, my partner in crime.
Yeah,
so,
partner in rhyme.
So. And I mean that's it. I'll leave it at that. But again, it's in the works, and we're cooking, man. Yeah. So.
As for me, I do have some food. I went out to Mellow Mushroom the other night.
I saw the snaps.
Yeah. We posted. I gotta say, the best thing was actually the thing I didn't order was the dip. I didn't post that, but it was a spinach dip.
Okay.
With bruschetta, and it was so good. It was so good. Well, I guess it's not bruschetta. Whatever. It was like toasted bread. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
Bruschetta.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I'd be fucking this shit. Someone's literally like, whoa.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It was so cheesy. Like if you go to Applebee's and get a spinach dip, you're tasting like so much spinach. It's like feels like it's cooked through.
Yeah.
It's a little.
Yeah.
It feels stepped on.
It was frozen and then put in boiling water, basically.
Yeah. And then we just slathered cheese into this whole little fucking milieu.
Just like every Panera Bread soup. By the way,
I hate it.
Sorry to burst your bubbles.
No, you're speaking that fucking realness. I will say though, I talked about this earlier in the week. I had a baguette sandwich from Panera Bread.
Yeah.
You try that? You
No.
Okay, they do fuck you on the imagery. Like when they show you the imagery, it looks like a Penn Station experience.
Yeah.
You get the biggest fucking footlong of your life that you're gonna need to save some room for later.
Overflowing. Yeah.
It's not though. It's not. It's just a sandwich, but it's good. I will say it was worth the $10. Worth the 10 bones. I got like this caprese goddess melt thing, added some bacon. Shit was kind of buzzing. But back to the mushroom. I had this dip, very cheesy, very fucking thick, yum. That was probably the best part. I got a small pizza. It was Italian sausage, and I got a little fancy, and I said, let me put some tomatoes on there.
Okay.
It was okay. I gotta say, not my best pizza order, and I fucked myself. That was a user error. That's why I was like, okay, it's fine. I'm gonna eat this. But it just felt like dry. It didn't feel like it was the best pizza that I've had from them. Probably would just say no tomato. Do another little fucking veggie. Something like that,
okay.
Something else would have been better. But overall, it was good. Obviously, I had my pretzels too.
Oh yeah.
They're not pretzels. I don't give a fuck. It's good bread. More bread. Give me bread.
Get all the carbs.
With beer cheese.
Yes.
Oh my god. I go bananas. So yeah, that's it for me on the food. Other than that, I've been good. Living life. Every day, new shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much relaxed fit for today. Had you over. I'm like, hey, I don't want to talk about crazy shit, all the fucking nonsense.
That's right.
I want to talk about some fun shit.
Some lighthearted goodness.
Well, for the most part, I do have one gripe, one political issue thing we'll get into, right. But we'll glaze through that.
We can gripe.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll glaze and gripe.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Top of the pop from Insider. A U.S. couple were caught smuggling suitcases packed with hundreds of pounds of fruit roll-ups into Israel due to shortages from viral TikTok trends, report say. So this one threw me for a loop. I'm glad you at least had heard about it, so I can give you a big breakdown of what this was.
It's sad.
Hey, look, if you are about this and this is your lifestyle, you're a young influencer, or you just are on TikTok scrolling all the time, I'm no judgment, whatever. But essentially this challenge, this new thing was, you get a thing of fruit roll-up. You get a fruit roll-up, you lay it out flat. You get your favorite ice cream.
Yeah.
I've noticed a lot of like rainbow sherbets. You do a lot of colors.
Yeah, it's a lot of citrus and stuff like
that. And you splat it on the fucking fruit roll-up. You roll it up, almost like you're rolling up like a fatty or something.
Yeah,
I don't
absolutely.
know, a little crude. Actually, these kids take some notes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's
Yes.
another episode, whatever. And you just roll this up and you just start munching. And you let these TikTokers tell it, it's the best thing since cook crack. They're saying it's crunchy, it's good, it's yummy, you gotta try it. And apparently people are trying it so much that stores are out of fruit roll-ups in countries.
It sounds like the entire country of Israel is out of.
So literally this couple got stopped smuggling hundreds of fruit roll-ups across the border. Just trying to get it down the way. Trying to get to Tel Aviv in one piece.
Jeez.
But let's see, I don't have the name. What is it? Ben Gurion International Airport is where this took place. Apparently, they've found over 600 pounds of fruit roll-up. They've confiscated that much because they're like, you can't leave with this. Like, you're not getting through customs.
Right. I was gonna say, did they just put it in a checked bag, or did they?
Yeah.
Shipped it. I mean, shipped it international.
That's
Like
the
what?
thing that would have been smart, right? Is if they had just shipped it, right?
Sure.
Like, just shipped it to yourself.
It's a lot of money, but I mean,
it's gonna be worth it. As opposed to saying, "Oh, I'm gonna pack my bag with hundreds. My luggage is full of hundreds of fruit roll-ups."
Insane.
And they literally can't even explain it. They're just like, "Yeah, I just have these fruit roll-ups. I'm just trying to get them home."
Yeah.
No, dog, you can't do that. So I mean, I don't think there's any more legal charges on these people, but they get their fruit roll-ups confiscated.
Right.
Mission over. Mission failed. And that's the thing that's so funny, right, about TikTok is just it's always so fun and lighthearted. But it's so funny how the aftermath just leads into a backslide of crime or some weird aftermath where hey, now I'm on the street selling fruit rolls for $5 a piece.
Right.
One, not box. In the States, they're $3.
Right.
For the whole thing. But now, because of TikTok,
on the other side of the world,
we're on the street selling fruit rolls $5 a pop, like it's The Wire. I hate it, but I also love it. You know what I mean? There's a certain chaos element that is all added that I'm like, no, let them cook. let ByteDance cook. Don't take this away.
I'm happy to be a spectator on the sidelines.
Exactly. Exactly. Plus, it's good, funny content, memes for me. It's good spillover. Inevitably, we all watch TikTok, whether or not we want to or we don't. I feel like it, unless you're just not on the internet.
It's an Instagram reel. It's a YouTube short. It's all from that. It's all the same
all
stuff.
Converted material from that model. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that out there. Funny ass fucking story.
That is funny. Too funny.
I guess on a more serious tip, let's talk about real drugs. Let's talk about real problems. From OPB, Shima Fagan resigns as Oregon Secretary of State following cannabis consulting scandal. So this was some shit I didn't really expect to see.
Yeah, this blew my mind when you told me about this.
Just because I understand we all gotta make sure you don't cross streams when it comes to business and politics.
Some conflicts of interest, maybe.
Yes, conflicts of interest. That's the best way to put it, my guy. Yes. But I've seen time and time again, I've covered it over and over again, we see all these people in higher echelons of office, they just get away with it. They're like, hey, sure, I'm supporting big coal and I have stakes and interest in it, but whatever, just get away from my house phone. Don't bother me.
Yeah, trust me, bro, I'm not doing anything bad.
I would never do anything to impede government processes.
Make money
ever.
and
No, sure, my daughter is in big pharma, but I would never make any decision that would affect big pharma positively or negatively. I'm not biased. But these people are still in office. They still have jobs. They can be whoever they want to be. But apparently, for Ms. Fagan, you cannot be a consultant for weed. Not for big weed.
Not in the great state of Oregon.
The great state of Oregon. Oregon? I don't know how they say it. I don't know. But Oregon Secretary of State Shima Fagan will resign next week. A stunning fall from grace for a top Democrat who once looked like a good bet to climb to higher office. So, I mean, I honestly didn't know too much about Secretary of State. I was what do they do? But essentially, they supervise the administration of election laws, review statewide initiative and referendum petitions.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's a bunch of other blah blah bullshit they do as part of their station. But I guess as I looked through this article, kind of gestated on all of it, and also I realized too that I'm biased because when it comes to marijuana, things of that nature, I'm like, yeah, this should just be normalized.
Yeah,
it should
absolutely.
just be a part of everyday life. If you were doing a job that's not impeding your main thing, then I wouldn't see why this is a problem. Now, granted, she was standing to make like a lot of money. I think she's going to be making $10,000 per month on a contract. That essentially, she really is just consulting
with her cannabis.
Yeah,
the cannabis.
So, like, essentially, these two people that came up and they said, "Hey, we're running this business. We really like what you're doing."
Yeah.
Like, and this is her on her campaign on the come up.
Yeah.
And so they donated to her. They funded her, and a lot of people have. But essentially, they came in further and said, "Hey, would you like to like work for this consulting firm and like help us out?" And I could see too, because there were like potential bills and things that were on the docket, and it's like, oh, well, okay.
You can recuse yourself,
had your hands on the wheel here.
You can
and
recuse yourself.
And she did do that, actually.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I see now this potentially could be an issue. I'm going to recuse myself. Now, opponents to her or people who had a problem are like, well, you kind of did in the very late stage of it. You already had your hands on the wheel, and now you're saying like you're doing that. But she maintained that it's like, hey, nothing I've done in my career as Secretary of State, what I'm doing now, there's been no conflict of interest. Like, I haven't done anything against the law, nothing unethical.
Right.
I personally would agree with that statement. Maybe that, once again, maybe that's speculation, that's bias.
Yeah.
But, like, essentially people came out and said, no, we don't like this. Big supporters of her said, no, we don't like this.
Oh, even supporters.
Yeah, so it was one of those things where, like, once you have your own camp saying, boo, tomato, tomato.
It's a wrap.
Then what do you do? You can't tap dance around that.
No.
I mean, some people will. They'll Kirsten Cinema. They'll curtsy on the fucking thing and be like, whatever, fuck you, I don't care. I'm not binary. Like, and you just keep on going. But she said, no, like, I'm gonna just, I guess, keep my other job. Because she's not gonna stop consulting. And
hell no. Why would you?
Like, the money is good.
Yeah.
Get your bag. Like, working for government, and that's another thing I kind of wanted to state too. Why I get, even if it's slimy or not slimy, why politicians do it. Because you don't get as much money as I think people think you make.
No, you don't.
Especially in the
you get a lot of
big
money,
things.
but you get a lot, but not as much.
Exactly. And so for her, she's like, I want to support my family the best way I can. This job is going to pay a lot of bills. Like, it's going to put us in a good space.
That's one firm she's consulting for.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say she's not going to have 5 firms.
Especially now.
A week from now. So
Exactly. Now, granted, maybe that whole thing was tied to her potential influence, and who knows where she's going to go from here. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like you're going to get a lot of upward mobility from this kind of situation, but yeah, it is one of those things where, like I said, I see flaws with it. I see why it happened, and maybe this is a fucked up way to look at the world, but I do wish we lived in a world where, like, the liberal side of our, society, government, whatever, fought as hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just not a thing. Like, I feel like I see conservatives always active, always trying to do what they need to do for the rules. Like, hey, we're getting paid to play. Like, let's do this. I don't care if it looks bad. I don't care if I'm kicking a baby. Like, okay, like, at least that makes sense because you are playing for your party. Whereas a lot of times I just see, like, liberals like, well, we'll do a good fundraiser. We'll do a good donation drive.
There's a lot of people on Twitter talking a lot of stuff that don't do anything.
Yeah,
so, unfortunately. But,
and it's like thanks, Nancy, for, whatever you did.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you more money for nothing,
yeah.
though. Like, what the fuck? Like, I need to see action.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, this is just, people getting their bag. So, I get it, but I also see how that's a problem. That's probably the hard news.
So it'll be interesting to see who they replace her with too. So who they replace her with, it'll be interesting.
Oh yeah, good. I'm actually glad you mentioned that. Before we let go of this, because there are some like bigger things. I think like May 10th, there's actually elections coming up.
Yeah.
Essentially, they've all said, like the administration, they said, hey, we got this. We're fine. We're gonna have a temporary replacement, and then we will find someone for the long term that will work out. They'll carry the load, if you will, in terms of the whole office. So yeah, it'll be business as usual, but it will be interesting to see because they have to pick a Democratic person.
Or replacement, yeah.
Yeah, it has to be like the same party replacement. So, probably not much is going to change there. That's why it's not a big issue. I just wanted to talk about the thing.
No, that's interesting.
Because I do wonder too if it hadn't been weed, like if she hadn't been a weed consultant, would this have just been something that no one talks about or no one cares about?
Right.
Who can say? In some other news, we're going to lighten it up. We're going to talk about some other things, some odd crimes. From Law and Crime, Illinois man allegedly caught performing coitus on a horse while standing on a 5-gallon bucket feeding it apples.
Coitus with himself or with the horse?
With the horse. Vaginal? Vaginal penetration.
No.
They mentioned that in this article. That's important. Yeah, that is the kind of point.
The VP?
Yeah. So he's feeding this horse. He's yummy, and he's getting in that tummy, yummy.
Buddy.
Yeah, and I gotta say, not the first time.
Not.
Apparently, potentially dozens of times.
Oh, buddy.
So,
my guy.
Yeah, he really went for the ring here.
Oh, no.
He said, "See, biscuit, I gotta have you. I won't."
No.
And I'm pretty sure it's the same horse, but essentially.
So there's a romantic connection.
Yeah, a love connection, if you will.
Oh, my goodness.
You know what I mean? They got that real love, that Lincoln shit, you know? So, yeah.
Cupid's chokehold. La da da da.
But yeah, they several deputies were reported conducting stationary patrols at approximately 12:44 a.m. near a farm on 4200 block on Deer Ridge Road when they reportedly came across Blank.
Shout out Deer Ridge Road.
Yeah, having intercourse with the horse. What a fun sentence.
Caught in the act.
Yeah, red-handed. Authorities say Blank was standing on a 5-gallon bucket, feeding apples to the animal while simultaneously performing coitus. Honestly, what a stud. I hate to say it. Like, how is he doing all of that? That's a lot of shaking and moving. Like,
he said practice, clearly.
Clearly it was not his first time.
No, not his first rodeo, yeah.
They obviously they got the guy. He's booked up.
Is that a felony? I mean, what do you get charged with? Besides the obvious, I guess.
Let's see. They do have it here.
Like, man.
Charged with one or more count of unlawful sexual contact with an animal, a class 4 felony.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And one misdemeanor count of criminal trespass on land. Yeah, it wasn't his horse.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I thought we were talking about the landowner.
No,
this is just
no.
Oh,
he
that's
was creeping in so many ways.
Yikes.
His bail was set at $2,000. His
2,000?
His state-appointed attorney asked for it to be lowered. This guy literally is living on like government assistance, so
okay.
It's like
it's a bad situation.
Yeah, it's a very bad situation. Obviously, he's trying to blow off some steam about it. Granted, I don't know how he's forwarding a bag of apples. Maybe that was on scene. I get the feeling that was what he brought.
That's coming out of the taxpayer of Illinois. Those people.
Hey,
the Illinois taxpayers.
Once it's your money, do with it what you fucking will. Yeah. But it's gonna come back on you when you are in the pen for fucking a horse. Yeah, that is for sure. Where it's like, well, no, man, it's not that you're a flight risk. It's just we don't want you going out there fucking the cows or some livestock, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
take a break.
Take a break. Yeah. Take a load off. So, this was a story that once I saw, I just couldn't look away. I know I normally don't cover these kind of things, but I just couldn't help myself.
Oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna take a little bit of a little bit of on the break thing here.
A little breakity break.
Jimbo, here's the rock.
They passed the rock.
We got one more story to cover.
Speaking of the Lakers, going to beat the Warriors.
Oh man. As a non-sports baller, what's my spec there? Let's do a little sports corner while we ruminate here. I feel like the Lakers have a lot of momentum right now. Is that crazy to say?
No, that's fair.
Does that feel
that's fair.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like
the Lakers playing now are not the Lakers that were playing at the beginning of the season.
And LeBron's not messing around. And I feel like when LeBron's in playoff mode and he's serious like this,
he's got a pretty good supporting cast.
Yeah, exactly. He's got the whole ensemble. This feels like we've seen it before. Now, granted, Steph Curry, the Warriors, they're a fucking no-nonsense team. They're fucking real as fuck. They're not gonna fucking be lacking. So my money would be on the Lakers, though. Yeah. If that would be my sports bet.
If I was gonna, if I don't bet NBA. Not sponsored. I do a lot of sports betting, but I don't bet NBA. But I would also bet on the Lakers. So.
Hell yeah. We'll talk about a real winner. Let's talk about a guy who's winning right now, for later, forever maybe. I'm thinking out loud here, but from Associated Press, jury finds Ed Sheeran didn't copy Marvin Gaye classic. Done data. Now maybe there's a lot of discourse going on about this, a lot to be said, But British singer Ed Sheeran didn't steal key components of Marvin Gaye's classic 1970s tune, Let's Get It On, to create his hit song, Thinking Out Loud, a jury said with a trial verdict Thursday, prompting Ed Sheeran to joke later that he won't have to follow through on his threat to quit music.
I heard that.
So I know a lot of young ladies right now are happy right now. I know a lot of coffee shops, a lot of theater halls that play fucking, little ambient music.
The one wedding song a year on every album.
Yeah, saving a lot of lives right now. This was a big controversy that took place over just copyright infringement, just what exactly is stealing a song in this kind of situation when we're talking about, because essentially when you listen to them, you could be in one camp or the other. I personally don't feel like they sound the same. I don't think they sound like the same song. They are just in the same camp of a chord progression. They sound similar.
I agree.
I don't think that that's a criminal thing, in my opinion. But a lot of evidence that the other side brought up, which I should probably have the name right here, Catherine Townsend Griffin, who was a part of Ed Townsend's family, who was a part of making the classic from Marvin Gaye's Let's Get It On. They have a strong policy to fight for the copyrights, and so in that regard, I totally get them saying, hey, this feels like that blurred line situation where, what was that one song, Robin Thicke,
it was Robin Thicke,
and all them. They were the first to be put on about this, I want to say a year or so ago, whatever. They lost that case or settled, and I think that became a big blood in the water situation.
Yeah.
So you look at this song, literally Ed Sheeran, they show in a situation at a concert where he plays Let's Get It On into or out from his song.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh yeah, that shit's crazy.
Right,
It's kind of similar. What a medley, dog. Wow, Ed Sheeran did it again. And meanwhile, people were plotting on his downfall.
I don't know. These things always get me, man. Do you know how many songs over how many decades, over how many hundreds of years that music has been around?
Right.
I don't know. And people are creative, but at some point, when, I don't know.
You have to say,
it's crazy.
yo, let it be.
Yeah.
You just, they sound close. Okay.
Hey, this one song that came out in 2016 sounds like a little bit like a song that came out in 1978.
Yeah.
Did
they go?
Maybe.
But it's crazy too, because I've heard that literally it's gotten so crazy that artists, once people this kind of thing happens where people start comparing their songs, they go, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and give this person credit now. So that means you have to give Tom Petty credit. I heard Sam Smith had to give Tom Petty credit for a song because people were comparing one song to another song, trying to do this.
You can beat me in court and then I'll pay you.
But that's what Ed Sheeran is saying is hey man, this shit is exhausting. And I had to miss my grandma's funeral for this fucking shit, dog. This is crazy.
Are you willing to die on that hill?
But at the same time, that is the system that we have at hand.
It's true.
You can sue over every fucking thing.
That's true.
And it sucks, but that is what made America in a lot of ways. It's just petty, frivolous lawsuits and just paying out in court. And I think even Griffin understood or Townsend, I'm sorry. She understood that, look, I'm just fighting for my person's legacy here. They seem to be hey, I'm okay with him. He's okay with me. It's another day. So I get her making the attempt. I get her party and group making the attempt. But it sucks. It sucks for the music because even he's look, like I said, I was done with this shit. But he's also saying now I'm going to have cameras on site. I'm going to show you my creative process for everything. So that you can never fucking come for me, bitch.
Right.
And I'm yeah, man, you got to protect the bag, baby.
It's petty, but do what you got to do.
Yeah, in this capitalist society, even creativity,
right.
You got to fucking protect that shit. It sucks. It sucks ass. But I do like his music. I'm glad that he actually, instead of settling, said, no, this is bullshit. I'm going to explain to you guys in epic detail. I'm going to bring the guitar.
Yes.
This is what it is to make the song. It's not the same. And if you want to fight me over these chord progressions, like you said, there's only so many that we can have in this world. And the year 2023, year of our fucking Lord, this is the limit. And if you want to try to sue me for this, then you gotta have more proof than that. And I agree. I think you have to literally be it needs to be beyond the vanilla ice situation.
Yes.
You need to be more than beat. You need to be taking me bar for bar.
If you're sampling a song, like, own up to it. That's fine. Like,
pay a little bit out for that.
Pay your dues. Who cares? But don't come looking for it.
It's another thing. We're on a tangent here since we're in our time now. How do you feel about the AI thing? I don't know if you've heard about the AI music and shit like that. Like they literally had Drake.
Oh, I heard the Drake verses, and actually that shit was kind of fire.
Actually, it was like retro Drake.
That shit was kind of fire,
dude.
Yeah, nothing was the same.
Just the right amount of misogyny. Like, okay, daddy, damn, all right.
I miss the Take Care days, man.
Yeah, especially with the weekend too.
Yeah,
like on the side. Ooh, coked out, like, sheesh, shawty.
AI, I think we need to slow down on the AI a little bit.
It would be nice, but it's such a Pandora's box. Like,
Elon's kind of annoying, but I think he was right when he's like, we need to like just kind of stop for 6 months and be like, wait, what do we actually have here, guys? Like, what can we actually do with this?
Yeah.
And what should we do with this? Like,
it was weird to me that like looking at like kind of back, like Google saw like, yeah, we have this tech on our hands, but we do not want to use it because we can't control it. And it's going to lead to more problems for us in the long run. Even though you guys are making this cool AI technology, let's wait. But then Microsoft was like, let's make money now.
Yep.
And they just gave us this rough shot shit. But it's crazy that version has expanded so fast.
To what it is now. Yeah.
It's so quickly in months. It hasn't even been like a year since we've heard of ChatGPT that we are what we are now. Like, we've had whole AI artists come and go.
That's
like,
the whole conspiracy theory is like it's advancing so quickly that within our lifetime, easily within yours and my lifetime, we're not going to be able to differentiate real life from artificial reality. It's going to get to that point in our lifetime with how quickly.
Especially I like that you
look where we were 100 years ago, steam train locomotive shit, and like you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, and like we're to the point now.
Steampunk wasn't just an aesthetic.
You know, like
we were running on steamboats and trains. And now
in the 1920s,
it was like we have fake girlfriends that can talk to us.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's actually another story I didn't talk about. Actually, was a guy had a girlfriend, like he was whole ass married, had a whole ass family.
Yeah.
He was going through it though, and he had this chatbot, like this AI thing.
Yeah.
And he just fell in love with it, and he was talking about all like the environmental problems and. It was like, go off, daddy. Keep talking like yada, yada, yada. But then he was like, what should I do? Should I like kill myself? Should I like do something like dramatic like that to like make a gesture? And she's like, yeah, you should do that. And like, he did. It's so fucked up. But it's like,
with his family in the other room and shit.
Yeah. Like, and she's like, I just like wanted him to get better. And I'm like, oh my god, sweetheart, like that's
crazy.
But all because people wanted to make a little bit of money off this fucking like computer program.
Yep.
You know, I don't know what we're gonna do with it. I think there are some cool things to be had. I do think though some of the negative blowback's gonna far outweigh that though.
It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad.
You know, and really I just hate the shoddy shit. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I laugh at the like Biden Trump Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh yeah, the deep fakes are funny and stuff.
They're funny.
Yeah, whatever. The Call of Duty lobbies and stuff.
But the scams that are gonna take place from this kind of shit, the old ladies and grandpas are
gonna be bad,
off,
dude.
You know,
it's gonna
from
be bad.
Dumb things. It's gonna be used for bad actors way more than for good.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be used to like make shit like money for big wig 1%ers that is also annoying.
Yep.
But you know,
I've thought about just fucking downloading it and to tell it how to build me a business.
I mean,
just build me a fucking enterprise.
I know literally with this writer strike shit, they're literally like, well, we are gonna just make our own writers.
Yeah.
I fancy myself a showrunner myself.
Crazy, dude. Crazy.
So like, it's interesting times, man. You know, I keep thinking that hey, you know, we can't be replaced, and they find a way to replace
It's gonna take a lot of people's jobs.
Yeah, for sure.
And
it's
jobs.
In a blink of an eye, things are just going to kind of subtly change in weird ways with that.
So.
But I still like tech. Like
Same.
I don't want to like downplay like boogeyman. Like this was inevitable. Even if we waited 3 years,
I agree.
We still open up the same problem.
I agree.
So it's kind of like let's just get crazy with it now. I guess in some ways, like let's just see what fucking happens. You know.
Fuck it.
If it's Skynet, then I would love for it to be fucking Skynet. It's sadly not. But maybe in like 10 years,
I'm ready. I'm
we'll
prepared.
Get our Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm ready.
Really you know. That's all we got for today. I won't be doing any shilling or anything like that, so I'll just let you go. Anything you want to plug though?
No. Again. Well, yeah. Again, just it's in the pipeline. But Real Talk Radio, just keep that in your head. Plant the seed.
Think about it. Hell yeah.
Dwell on it.
Marinate on it. All right. Well, hopefully I see you soon for some more good news. I love you. Bye bye.